Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to a very special Let's Play, because we are going to play the pre-alpha demo of AM64. Now, I may say pre-alpha, but that might actually not be the case. This may actually be the alpha. But AM64 is a very special fan game being made by my friends at Indenial Game Studios, the RetroQueenGamer and MDP. And even though I'm a huge nobody, they have been kind enough to give me the chance to be one of the first people to play their prototype here, their alpha for their special fan game here. This game has been getting a lot of attention for them. A lot of people are very interested in what they're trying to create here, and I think as we look at it, hopefully I can show you why they're getting excited over this. I have been watching them in development of this for quite a while. So full disclosure time, I am personal friends with RetroQueen and MDP. They've been longtime friends of mine, and I've been watching their progress of this project, and I have been looking forward to it. Either when I've been in person with them, being able to see what they've been working on, or online, being able to see what they've been working on. So one thing they did ask was, before I played the game, if I would just maybe show you their demo reel for a little bit. Now, hopefully I have this all set up nice and easy, and we can just press a couple of buttons and take a look at their demo reel. Alright, I think this worked. Let me give you a little bit of a heads up. MDP is a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? He likes his music very loud. So this might be very loud for those of you who are headphone users and stuff like that. He likes his music loud, aggressive, and he was actually part of KMFDM back. You might have to ask him back when, but he helped them make their music. He was part of their band. He was on their label when they were doing like Mortal Kombat and stuff. So I'm going to hit play. We are watching their custom reel here through YouTube, and I will link to this in the description. And there we go, there's AM64, and you can kind of get a little look at what they got going on here. And right there is their sort of, their marketing, I guess. Their tagline is New Old Games. Because both MDP and RetroQueen are like really old school gamers. They're about as old as I am, and they've been playing games going back to the NES. They played all those games in arcades. They even went back and played older games like on the Atari and the ColecoVision and stuff like that, because they were just so passionate about video games. They weren't just going to play whatever was contemporary. They wanted to experience as much as they could get their hands on. In fact, I remember, I think it was Yahtzee Croshaw, whose name I hope I didn't completely mangle, but he said something in one of his videos was, what if you're playing old video games because they're giving you something that the new video games aren't? And that's really what they want to accomplish with the games they make, is they want to kind of give you some of that old spirit from video games back before they became so homogenous and so like by the numbers, where everything looks the same, plays the same, acts the same, sounds the same. So a lot of these are fan games of properties that they know and love and want to sort of spiritually continue. And a lot of them are their own brand new projects. And it's not just necessarily projects, like they work with like interesting technology to also kind of, I don't want to say, like here, he's literally made playable holograms. He's shown it to me. He just sets his little phone up against like a glass surface or something, and it projects onto the screen, or that little glass surface, and you can play like Killer Instinct or Mortal Kombat or something. He's made some, MDP, and RetroQueen have made some very interesting things. And on top of that, if you're interested and you got your own ideas for games, and you're willing to go to them and commission them, they will take your ideas for commission and give you something. And I think they said, like, we'll give you a, I don't want to say a playable product, not even a demo, but they will give you something in like 8 hours to give you an idea of what they can create and how close they can get to your vision of whatever game you're trying to create. And who knows, maybe one day, when I have real money, I'll be going to them to do the same thing.
With hands, it's $400, says MPD official. I don't. All I'm.
All right, so back to AM64. Now, I have to do some shenanigans here with Joy to Key to get the controllers to work. And it does not seem to be working. Why is that? Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Alright, AM64 version 3 Alpha 1 by Indenial Game Studios. By MDP and the Retro Queen. This is an evolving work in progress, created for the purpose of demonstrating our abilities. We're available for work, whether with companies or individuals. This project is incomplete and suffers from occasional glitches. We plan to continue this project via real-time updates and changes. Up. And there we go. There is our 64-bit super polygonal Samus. So, as you may already see, we got a little bit of an interface going on here. Some heads-up display. Samus runs around, not quite in 3D. It's actually, believe it or not, tank controls. But since I'm using a joystick here, it's a little on the wonky side. But Samus can jump, she can shoot, and we're going to unlock more of her abilities as we play. Now, if I hit free look here, we can look around. I can also go into sort of a aiming, not necessarily an aiming mode, but sort of a lock-on mode, where the movement becomes actually a little easier. Now, I haven't figured out what scan mode really does, since I'm kind of playing this blind. And we can also go in the first-person mode. Now, if you look up your heads-up display, it says 0 missiles. Well, that's because we haven't found missiles yet. And Samus only has 30 health to start with. I forget exactly what MDP said, but he made a comment about how, yeah, we play it the hard way, we play it the real way, where you start with 30 health and you gotta go and earn it. Now, MDP, he is very, very passionate about the Metroid franchise. Like, tremendously so. Like, sort of the way I'm passionate about, say, Silent Hill, is he's passionate about Metroid. And me and him are actually both pretty passionate when it comes to Silent Hill, on top of that. So he has very, like, intense and creative ideas for things he wants to do with this series. Now, I don't remember exactly where he says or how much this connects with the other Metroid stories. I'm under the impression that this is not connected to Prime or anything after Prime. But don't take me entirely at my word. That's just what I think is to be the case. If you really want to know for sure, check with him or with Retro in the Discord. Another thing about MDP is that he is, like, really got, like, this, like, arcade mentality to him, where, like, earn points, move fast, get it done quick. So they have a timer up there in the top left that shows you how long you've been playing. So if you want to speed run it and see how far you can get, that's what it's there for. And if you've played Metroid games, you kind of know that they don't necessarily have speedrunning built into it, but they do kind of encourage you to complete the game as fast as possible, so that way you can sort of get extended endings, I guess? Like in the original Metroid, and even in Super Metroid, depending on how quickly you finish the game, your ending screen with Samus would change, whether she was completely in her armor, whether she had just removed her helmet, or if she removed her armor altogether. So I did play this a little bit before this video, so it's not completely blind, but it's probably more blind than anything else. I mostly played it to make sure I could get the controller working. And I also, played it around a little bit to see if I could figure out where I was going. And I did get lost a couple of times. Hopefully I'm not getting lost this time. Now, oh, no, I guess not, because looky looky. There we go. That is our first collectible. That is the Morph Ball. Now, I got myself stuck here last time. I was able to get myself out of being stuck. But we'll see if I can avoid any potential little problems of getting stuck. Alright, I think we did it. Now, I said it has tank controls. I'm doing joy to key shenanigans, and I am using the analog stick. And I think it might feel a little better, at least to me, if I was controlling it with a directional pad. But maybe that's something to play with on my own. For the moment, we're going to try to play this as close to how they intended. And there you go, just like with the other Metroid games, we've collected the Morph Ball, and now the music kicks in. So there we go. We just transformed, and we're rolling around at the speed of sound. So I don't really know many of the Metroid monsters' names offhand, so I can't really tell you what's what. But you're going to see mostly classic enemies. Oh. So if you played old school N64 games, you may be familiar with something called Z-targeting. That was sort of like this way to lock on to enemies and stuff while you were playing. There we go, a little bit of health, which I need. Oh! That was actually one of my suggestions to them. I don't know how much my advice influenced anything. I imagine not terribly, but I think at least I mentioned that. I try to give them my feedback. I think I'm going to need to take some time getting used to how this controls, so I don't keep running into enemies like that. Yeah, I need health. There we go. Now, I have noticed once in a while I might lock onto a door. Okay, to the best of my knowledge, there is no map. If we press the start button, we get this pause screen here. We kind of get like this, what do you call it, like this cutaway intersection of Samus in her armor. Okay, this is where we acquire the Morph Ball. I'm kind of juking and jiving a little bit. You see me sort of sliding to the left and right as I move. Now, that is probably more with my controller and the joy to key shenanigans. And who knows, maybe I'll try it another time with the directional pad. See, there, I just locked onto the door. Oh, come on, I don't need to keep going into this same room. One thing I kind of like that they did, I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but you've noticed sometimes these platforms will appear out of the floor. And I've been kind of using that as a way to help me figure out where I've been going. Oh, dead. Alright, let's try jumping back into it. Ah, I love hearing that music. At the very least, at the moment, I don't think there's any map or anything. I don't know if they have any intentions of putting a map in the game. They might be a little more old school in their design philosophy that way. As I understand, there is a boss in the game, or in this alpha. So I'll keep playing, see if I can try to make it. Gardens. Have I been this way yet? I do not know for sure exactly how much of this of the game is available in this alpha, because I've watched MDP play this a few times, and there's some very interesting stuff and some very interesting places this game goes. Let's see how much of it, if any, we get to experience. Alright, Snake 1. Now, part of it is I may need to pay closer attention to the names of the rooms here. So here we are in Trident 1. Okay, we're back in Snake 1. We don't want to be here. Now, if you noticed, like, Samus sort of moonwalks a little bit here and there. I'm almost positive that's my controller. I've been having issues with a, is it called a floating joystick? Where it just kind of pulls back on its own. Yeah, I think we're going the right way now. Yep. I don't believe the game is going to be having password systems. They're not going to be that old school in their philosophy. I do remember MDP saying something about wanting to be very specific with how the saving in this game works. That just might be an idea he's playing with at the moment. It might be something that's going to be in the final product, I don't know. I believe it was something along the lines of, like, saving once per area. Or that might be like a hard mode thing he wants. Alright, oh, is that our missiles? Well, I guess they were, but... we might not be able to get them yet because we've not found the missile power-up. But we do have Morph Ball. Alright. Samus, I would much prefer it if you were not moonwalking. Oh, I'm already getting mixed up. Now, at the very least in this demo that we're playing, there does not appear to be any camera control. So I do sometimes reach over to the right analog stick, like I want to move the camera. It's not here in this version of the game. I don't know if it will be in the final version of the game. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay, we got some more enemies. Now we do have a little mini-map in the corner. Wow, this is chaotic. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. Now, we want to find that garden. Oh. There we go. Now that little map in the corner does kind of give us an idea of where things are. So there's a door over here. No enemies. And there's a door here. Oh, Metris Hall. So we're back to where we started. Oh, somebody left the door open. Snake 1. I'm trying to think of other N64 games that I played that I could compare this to. So I wouldn't really compare this much to, what There's a Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. Or Castlevania 64. Oh, we're all banged up again. I think we came this way. One thing we could try is going in the first-person mode, see if that helps. No, I think that made things worse. This is not a good spot to be. Ah, they got us again. Alright, what do you say? One more time. It's kind of a neat fade in where it goes in from really close to Samus. Alright, so at the very least I am getting very easily turned around in this place. There's another enemy in here somewhere. They're on the speedy side, aren't they? Alright, so this is where we want to be when we eventually come back with our morph ball. I guess elbow hole 1 is where we want to eventually end up. Alright, Trident 1. This is where I kept dying, I believe. See, when things are peaceful and quiet, it doesn't seem that complicated. Alright. Not gonna screw it up again this time, am I? I was just checking out this wall back here. MDP has it in his head to get lots of like Chozo imagery and stuff. That's going to be, as I understand, that's going to be a big part of what he's trying to accomplish here with this game. Alright, so I just want to go this way, correct? Spin! Yeah. How did I do this? How did I mess this up? Alright, we're in Snake 1. Okay, we're back in the gardens, so I think we're starting to make it. Alright. Metros Hall. No, don't look at the door. Okay, no, if I'm remembering right, we came that way, so we want to go this way. Or do we? Okay. We're in the gardens. Oh, that's so cool. Just that little moment right there while she was running. I want to try to kind of recreate that. Not exactly, but close enough for what we're trying to accomplish. Okay, we made it to the elbow. Alright, looks like there's only the one way to go. Around the giant psychedelic mushrooms. Bo's 1, and Samus is doing her moonwalking still. Oh, Bo has 11? Would you maybe want to aim at the other monster? Or maybe it's not a monster. Is there a way to switch what I'm aiming at? Oh, I'm scanning. Blue door. Portal commonly found. Can be opened with a single shot. Any more of you guys I can scan? What we got going on? Oh, hello. Ouch. Come on. Are you gonna really die here? Oh, it's one of those little enemy spawners. Can we scan it? I need that health. Ah. Well, we risked high. Alright, so there we go. That is a look at MDP's and RetroQueen Gamers AM64. This is something that I have been looking forward to for a while, and that a lot of people have been looking forward to. And I'm, well, I don't know if quite impressed is the right word, but I am pleasantly pleased with what I'm seeing, and I'm hoping that as they continue working on it, they make it a more and more stable game, and they finally get us a finished product at some point. Because they are a pair of very creative, very talented people, and I would love to see them and their projects take off. So, let me thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you see here, please join the Discord, let them both know your thoughts and your feelings, and let's help them make this the best product it can possibly be. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you to MDP and Retro for letting me play this. And I will see you in the next game. Take care.